The long-awaited Five Nights at Freddy's movie has finally hit theaters. I used to always love the lore of the games when I was younger, and I got all the original releases of the Funko FNAF figures. I made one stop motion a really long time ago, and I haven't really touched them since, but now, years later, I will be making a new one with the movie's release. I wanted to try and stay faithful to the original game, so I recreated these camera shots from it. Pretty simple to do with their placement, and for Foxy's Cove, I used this Grimace shirt that I have, and I laid it on top of this light. I even decided to decorate the hallway a little bit to add to the FNAF visuals, which I will get into later, but for now I'm going to cover the opening scene. The original stop motion I made was in the first person point of view, and to do something different I used this Jimmy Woo figure as the security guard. Thanks again, Randall Park. These figures are tiny compared to Marvel Legends, so I did have to give them a stepping stool when they were in the same shot, which I thought was kind of funny. I wanted to keep the entire video relatively dark, so sticking to this, the light sources would be very limited, and the office shots in the beginning were no different. I wanted the screen to be the only main light source, and because this is a prop, I can't really have light actually come through it. So when it wasn't in frame, I would replace it with this rectangular light that could be super bright, but I lowered the brightness because, you know, I enjoy seeing. But for the scene where all the elements were together, I had to take multiple pictures for this to work. One with the security guard figure and the light above him to cast the proper light on him, and another one with the screen prop alone. I then cut out the appropriate things that I needed so it would look like one cohesive shot. Then in Procreate, I drew a blue rectangle to act as a chroma key effect so I could drop in the camera clips I needed, and this was the final product. Like I said, I wanted to keep the entire video dark, so in FNAF and horror fashion, naturally I went for a flashlight light source. I did this in my original video using a real flashlight, but since the security guard was in frame now, I couldn't really do that, so I did my best to draw and edit in PNGs of lights emitting from the flashlight. Let me know how you think this came out. I considered it a big struggle, but you know, I think it's good enough. For the hallway scene, like I said, I wanted to decorate the hallway because it would have looked super bland, so I went online, printed out these posters and wall graphics from the game, and my printer at home was out of ink, so I had to color it in myself with colored pencils, and honestly it was fun coloring these tiny posters. You know, they're very small, but it was fun. But anyways, I then stuck them to the wall with sticky tack, and I think the shot looked way better than it would have if I didn't do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the only reason why this shot exists in the video is because I wanted to make my time coloring and cutting the posters out worth it. So but anyways, my original idea for this video was way longer, so the rest of the video is kind of just simple shots. The original ideas I had in my mind and also on the storyboard involved more of the animatronics moving. That's why Foxy literally just stands there. But the reason why it's so short is because I had to move back to my campus back in August, and I had very limited time to do this. I was kind of disappointed at the ending, to be honest, but to make up for it, I made this little short based around FNAF, so check that out if you have not already on my channel. But yeah, let me know what you think of my first horror stop motion in a while. I was pretty happy with what I could do in the short amount of time I had. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys.